My thing is, it's pretty boring. It's just trying to find a fantastic director to work with and going at it from there. You know, I've been lucky where all those projects you mentioned, whether it's Greta Gerwig or Little Women or Denis Villeneuve and Dune or Luca Guadagnino movies I've made, on the page, these characters are basically different. So I couldn't say it's a much more complicated process than that. I wish I could give you a more pretentious answer. You know, you want to bring people in the tent of acting, and for me, my movies, or the film business, that's why I'm proud to be here. I was here with Call Me By Your Name in a movie called 1 and 2, and these movies are just getting bigger, and I'm proud of that. I want to shy away from that. And I think if I gave you a more pretentious answer that somebody could watch on YouTube and be like, well, fuck this guy, you know, I have no clue what he's talking about. But I'm just trying to work with great directors. What did I eat? Just a lot of food. Stuff like that. But yeah, that's the long and short answer to that. You know, the Bob Dylan of 1965 or 1966, which the movie doesn't go into, was sort of thin and emaciated and maybe, you know, fried by his experience touring the world. It was very different than the one that arrived to New York in 1961. So really it was more about trying to get that part of his body right in the early 60s, where he definitely had more weight than I did at the time. If we're talking in the language of Bob Dylan, I think he definitely did. I mean, his music spoke for itself. My theory on it, my interpretation, and I can't speak for Bob because he's alive and well in Malibu, so he can tell you better than I could. My interpretation is that topical songwriting, political songwriting, was a texture for him to express himself through in the early 60s, mid-60s. And that rock and roll, Bring It All Back Home, Buddy Holly, Little Richard, Elvis Presley, those are the people he initially aspired to be. Once he was in a position where he could get a band, and once he was in a position where culturally the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, the Kinks were taking over, I think in many ways it wasn't as complicated as political activism. I think it was just more fun to have a band and to play rock and roll. And if you look at all of Bob's legacy, I won't bore everyone with a history class, but he really went out of his way to not be pinned down as an activist.